Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Railroad 82 here, your railroad archaeologist at Sunshine Industrial Park. Again, looking at old seaboard spurs that once served this great nation. So this Sunshine Industrial Park was built in 1969, right? At the time, that was either the last days of Seaboard Air Line or the first days of Seaboard Coast Line. And right at this very crossing, well, you can see for yourself. These are still in place. This is facing west. This is facing east. However, let's see if there's a... Yeah, that's pretty much like a dense jungle in there. Let me see if there's any... No, this is pretty much all fenced off and inaccessible. Inaccessible and unviewable. Yeah, I think the rails there were removed and they were only left at the grade crossing. So these rails here are the same rails further east where I filmed my first video. At one point, there might have been crossbucks here. I seriously doubt there was ever any signals or gates or even cantilevers. For sure there wasn't any, as the low volume on the line didn't require that. So here you see an indent in the sidewalk. And then, as I said, that's where I made my first video. Further down, I think on the other side we have a better scope of the rails. Yes, there you go. Look at that. As I said, 1993, well, that's when Clinton took power. That's when NAFTA was signed. Dudley. Whoa, something moved. Jesus. All right, Dudley. And here you got the rails. There was probably a switch stand somewhere around here. And you heard a train horn behind me. That's a tri-rail. Local passenger train. Goes from Miami International Airport to West Palm Beach. There was a Disney movie that said a whole new world with new fantastic points of views. I don't think this is what they had in mind when they said a whole new world. Someone to tell us no or where to go. I think that might have been Aladdin. Not entirely sure. You guys can correct me down below. So yeah, here you got some parking equipment, and you got like a rainforest, pretty much a rainforest and an abandoned railroad. An abandoned railroad in a rainforest in Miami. How about that? Wow, so at one point there was a pretty elaborate unloading operation here. Look at that. They had pumps, ramps, so they would lower them onto the boxcar and unload. It's all obsolete now. You can see one of them still in the down position. My question is, I wonder for how long these rails are gonna be here. They're probably gonna outlive all of us because I mean, nobody has any incentive to come back here and remove them. Why would they? Oh, look at, I see a plethora of rails over there. Check that out. Those are the same ones that I filmed yonder. That was my first video back there. And there you see the rails. A whole new world. Actually, this would be a whole old world that nobody cares about except Railroad 82 and his subscribers anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, I'm trying to get PTSD back here. Oh, there you go, switch stand. Switch stand, switch stand, switch stand. Yeah, PTSD. Like, last time I came to film, my flip-flop got sliced with something trackside, so now any little movement or any little noise freaks me out. That's why I wore steel toes. Also, like when you work on the railroad, I'm a very light sleeper, and I think part of it is because of my time on the rails. Like, you learn to be very sensitive to noises and movements, and so every time, like, because you know sometimes you're between rail cars or in very dangerous positions, so any little movement you got to be aware of your surroundings all the time and be prepared to jump or flight or flight, as they say. So that's kind of hard to shake, like that ability. So for example, like sometimes I'm sleeping and I might hear a noise in the distance and I'll wake up, like I'll jump out of bed and something to that effect. Yeah, it still happens to me. A whole new world. A whole new world was what happened in 1993 when they signed that free trade agreement, guys. That pretty much put an end to the spur, the short line railroading game in the United States. Now everything is made abroad, like in Taiwan and China and places like that. Right, guys, remember I drop videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. Always a pleasure. I'm gonna include a Google Maps link to this location. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.